Yes guys, welcome back to another trip to Thrift. Got a nice little haul here, got one item down here. I'm gonna show you guys me finding all this stuff and then we're gonna come back here and go through everything that I found. But before we get into it, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new here, watch one of my latest videos, follow my Instagram and my Depop down at the bottom of the screen, Ryan's Finds, RHINDS, FINDS. As well as that, follow the wholesale Instagram, messinawholesale, down there at the bottom of the screen. You can message us on the Instagram or you can email us, which will be in the description if you don't want to use Instagram. And yeah, we'll get into the video, like, subscribe. Let's go find all this lot and then we'll come back here and go through all of it. Peace. How much you got the England top?
Which one, the pushing on one, darling? The child's toy?
How much is the men's clothing?
What are you looking at?
That one.
That £1.
What shop did they come out of?
Carrots.
Did it?
One of a kind.
Yeah. How much are the beanies?
Amy, what's it?
Are they even all of them?
Yeah, not for me, bro.
All things together, but I think you just leave it there.
Hello, E.
How much are the trousers? Yeah. How much are your tops?
150.
Yeah.
What's that one, mate?
3.
Levi's, so it's actually
Which one? Irish crystal. The original box. Oh, no, I've got these jugs here.
Wear away. I see people wear them out.
Yeah. How much are t-shirts?
T-shirts and trousers everywhere.
How much that one?
5. So that's 5.
Right, we're back. We're gonna get this one out of the way because it's taking up lots of room. It is a New Balance seat. How sick is that? That was £5. It's basically like memory foam, and I asked her if it was like out of JD or something like that, but she said her brother worked for New Balance and gave it to her as a gift, and then I just bought it for £5 and it's going to be my new seat at my house or in my room I'll find somewhere to put it, but yeah, I'm well chuffed for that. Super cheap. I could probably get really good money for it, I reckon, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep this one. Now we're getting into the clothing. We get these ones out of the way because these are my sort of, I wasn't finding anything, so I needed to buy something to make me happy. A couple of Nike hoodies. One's a tech fleece, one's a, not sure if you class it as a tech, borderline tech fleece, but paid £8 for the two. They're both like 20, 25 quidders on Depop all day long. Ipswich Town football shirt from the year 2020. That on the front, that was £5, hopefully like 20, 25 pound on Depop, especially when the new season starts, when Ipswich are in the Prem, of course. Then we got a classic England Umbro football polo, spell out there, embroidered on the front. That was, I think, £2. Should be 20, 25 pound on Depop. I think this one's actually on my Depop now. If you have any England stuff, get it online because the Euros are on. Just a standard early 2000s Reebok fleece. There's a tag. That was 50p, should be 15 to 25 pound. Nice little early 2000s Los Angeles t-shirt, that print on the back and then that on the front. It's on a nice Delta tag. That was, I think, 50p. Should probably get 12 to 15 pound for that on Depop. All Blacks rugby top from 2003. That was £2. I think I got that last weekend. Should be like 20, 25 pounds, maybe even 30 pounds if you sit on it for a little bit longer. But it is a size small, so probably a little bit harder to sell. 2006 Barcelona football top. Pretty sure it's meant to have a sponsor, but I can't see a sign of the sponsor, so I don't know if they sold it sponsorless. I'll have to do a little bit of research, but that was, I think, a £5. It all checks out, tags are all good. It's got that patch, but it hasn't got the sponsor. If anyone knows if that's meant to have the sponsor or if they sold it without the sponsor, let me know in the comments. But that's £5, should be like 25, maybe 35. It hasn't got a name set either on the back. Bit of a rogue one, but I know someone who's gonna buy it. It's like a probably 80s kids skateboard sort of t-shirt. That was like 50p, nothing crazy, but I just know someone who will like it. Next one's a good one. I love finding barber stuff. It's a modern one, but it is in like flawless, pristine condition. I bought it off a guy at the end of the row, bought it quite late into the car boot, and he wanted £20 for it, so I paid £20 for that. He said he just sold the wax one before I got there, so that one was left for me, and it's literally flawless. It's probably only like a year or two old, but it's like hardly been worn. I can't find any marks or any signs of wear. It's like an international, but it hasn't got the international patch, and it's not an international, but it's the same sort of cut and pocket style. Standard YSL striped polo from the early 2000s. That was £1, should be 15 to 18 pounds on Depop. It's just got that little logo there on the chest. Cleveland, NBA, LeBron James on the back. That was, I think, £6 or £7. This next one's a bit battered, but I just had to buy it because it was 50p. It's a YSL spell out knit jumper, probably like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. You could get like 80 to 120 on these. They're in good condition, but this one is absolutely battered on like the cuffs. There's like holes on the cuffs, but for 50p, you might as well buy it because you still whack that up for like 15, 25, maybe even 30. 50p, that's a really good steal, but yeah, it's just bad. There's a reason why it was 50p. Nice little made in England Burberry polo. There's a tag. It's just got that embroidered crest there on the front. Has got a few holes and it's a bit yellowed, but that was, I think, 20p or 50p. Just needs a good soak and a good wash. These two are very rogue. They're like my next cleanup project. You can already see, look how grim that is. It's like an oil, I think that one is, but this one, it's got that on the front, but yeah, I think that's blood, which is a bit grim, but 2 for £5, couldn't leave them. Yeah, I'm gonna give these like a big soak in a bucket, load of Persil and loads of different chemicals, and hopefully I'm gonna make these nice and clean. They are made in England Umbro referee tops. There's that logo there with the classic Umbro there. And then this one says Irish Football Association embroidered on it. Look at that oil. You can see that really well in the light. But yeah, pretty grim. I'm gonna take those home now and give them a proper bath. Then we've got this nice early 2000s Calvin Klein denim jacket. I picked this up off the rail thinking, oh, it's gonna be like 10, 12, 15 pound, and she wanted £2 for it. There's a tag, should be, I'm gonna say 25 to maybe 35. You maybe even a little bit more if you sit on it. I'll put any listings that I can find on that side of the screen. Another pair that I found together, England rugby tops. That one on the Cougar, and then that one's a Cotton Traders long sleeve. They were, I think, 50p or £1.50 each. I'm just gonna save them and hold on to them until the Six Nations starts next year. Now we're getting into some of the premium bits. This one, nice Prada nylon jacket, very new modern tag. It was a bit of a weird find. He was selling like a load of records and he had this hung up on the car. He wanted £30 for it, so I paid £30 for it because everything checked out. It's got Opti zips, I think, or Opti or Riri. Opti zips. Inside tags are amazing. Main tag's fine. It hasn't got any branded buttons, which is the only thing which would throw me off it. The story behind it is his son works for Prada in London, which is obviously like a classic thing you hear all the time at car boots. But also everything is like legit about it. So yeah, I took the punt of £30 for that, and I think it all checks out. I've asked quite a few people's opinions on it, and they say it's fine. So yeah, that's a really good find. Next we've got a CP Company quarter zip button up jumper. It's got the classic goggle on the arm. I don't think it's that old, looking at the tag. Yeah, it's a fairly modern one, but that was £7, which is a bargain. Probably get like 45 to maybe, probably a bit more actually. I think it's quite smart, even though it is a button up one. Maybe like 60 to 80, I'm gonna say. Follow me on my Depop and eventually it will be up on there. This one's very similar to that, it's a 50s, I think, 50s or 60s post office sort of over shirt, jacket sort of thing. It's a similar sort of cut, but I think it's more of like an 80s one, looking at the tags and the buttons, but it's absolutely battered and like really nicely thrashed. I didn't pay much for it. I think maybe like a couple of quid, if that. Again, I know someone who would buy that. Just really interesting and just well, nicely worn in. I'll show you all the sort of wear to it. It's been used for painting, oil, all kinds of stuff. And then finally, we've got the item that I paid the most for out of this video. I paid £35 for it. It is an Ed Hardy zip up leather jacket. There's the tag. It's got that print on the front. It's got like sort of studs on it. And then it's got a nice embroidered spell out on the back with that big print again with more studs. £35 for that. I think I'm going to say like 70 to maybe 100 or maybe even 120. Obviously it's the summer now, so probably not the best time to list it, but I'll probably hold on to it until it gets a little bit colder. That is it for this video, guys. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new here, follow my Instagram and my Depop down at the bottom screen, Ryan's Finds, RHNDS, FNDS. Also follow the wholesale Instagram, messinawholesale, again down at the bottom screen. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. We'll have another video out next weekend, and make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new here. Peace.